Namaste. After a very long time, in fact, after a 3 weeks gap, we are back to the group. You know, throughout these times, I was in the lookout for someone more versatile than we have interviewed. And yes, I have found some. And one of them is Gauri Pandey, a seasoned PR professional from Delhi NCR. She comes with 14 years of experience working across different verticals, ranging from lifestyle, technology, and other industries. So she has the pedigree of working with some of the leading brands of the country, and she has devised the best strategies for them to move ahead, to amp up their brand value. So without much delay, Gauri, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Arvind. First of all, I would like to thank you for this wonderful opportunity. And I'm really happy to be on this platform today talking about what I love doing, which is PR. And I'm really happy and glad to be a part of this show with you.
That's really wonderful to know, Gauri. So Gauri, I have a few questions.
Sure.
Yeah. So what according to you is the motivation behind a career in PR?
So, when we talk about PR, it is so diverse. It is, very diverse field in itself that you get to work across various clients, various sectors, various, verticals. So it's a very diverse field. So which makes it very interesting. Like you are not restricted to, like, for example, if you are working for an IT company or you are in any other profession, then you would be restricted to those certain kind of clients and the certain kind of work that you have been doing. But having said that, I mean, with all the due respect for all other professions, PR is quite diverse, and it has it makes it very interesting and fun for you. You get to network with a lot of people, you increase your network, you sharpen your writing skills, because the content is also a very critical part of PR. And being a PR professional, you have to be very good at writing, and your writing skills need to be very good. So that makes that enhances your skills also. And interpersonal skills, the way you come across, the way you talk to people, you can just be yourself, you don't need to pretend much. You can you can work in a field which interests you. For example, if lifestyle interests you, you can work on lifestyle clients, work with an agency which is handling more of lifestyle clients. If you like technology, you can work on technology clients, you can choose that kind of agency. So it's very interesting, and plus PR is very much in demand. And people, especially the new businesses, they find PR very very beneficial for their business, because most of the times they don't have the budgets to spend huge amounts on advertising and doing full-fledged marketing campaigns for their brands. But PR is something which can be done with a limited budget, and still you can be heard, you can be known, you can be out there without spending a huge amount of money. So that is also one reason why PR is very much in demand, and PR professionals are always in demand. And there is no lack of work when it comes to PR. You can get a lot of clients, you can work with n number of clients. And yeah, so it's very motivating for me. I get to meet a lot of new people. I can I can make friends, I can network, I can upgrade my skills. And now with the digital thing coming in, upgradation of your digital skills is very much required, and to stay relevant. And so that gives me the opportunity to explore more and explore further, and always upgrade myself and upskill myself. So it's a very interesting profession, I would say.
That's quite interesting to know. And Gauri, there must have been a point. I mean, every day every PR professional or any business professional for that matter will come across. There are some challenges which is quite pressing. We come across a lot of challenges, but
Right.
some particular challenges would take a major chunk of our energy, right?
Right.
So, is there one such experience which you would like to share with us?
So, talking about challenges, there are challenges in life at every step. We all have been going through major challenges ever since this pandemic hit the country. It's been very challenging for all of us. And, not only in the professional life, but in personal life as well. I'm sure everyone is going through their own set of problems and challenges. Everyone has some financial problems, some employment problem, or something or the other. So challenges are a part of life. They only make us strong, and it's how you take them. So when it comes to PR, actually what happens is people lose patience when you are pitching a story to the media. The media is not responding, they are not interested in your story, and they are not trying to they are not taking it, they are not willing to cover it. So then you sort of feel that, oh, this is not working, and what will I do now? Nobody's answering my calls. The media is completely, not responding. So those are the kind of challenges that you face when you work in the PR industry. But at the same time, you have to you have to persevere, and you have to be persistent. You just can't give up like that. If one media outlet is not responding, you have to reach out to the next, and then you have to also use your interpersonal skills of convincing. How will you sell a story to the media? So that is a challenge. If somebody doesn't have patience, so I think they won't be able to sustain in PR, because it requires a hell lot of patience to cope with the challenging situations. And especially the youngsters today, I see they don't have patience at all. They will just try it once, and if the media is not responding, they will just say that, no, I can't do this, sorry. And if the media is rude to them, then also there is a problem. There is an ego that is being hurt over there. So all these challenges are there, but then you should be tactful. You can't keep bothering the media with your calls and consecutive follow-ups, and just can't bother them. So you have to be a little mindful, you have to be a little wise how you reach out to them. So PR is like any other field. PR is also full of challenges. It has its own set of challenges. The clients are very demanding. Everyone wants their story to be out in the topmost media. Everyone wants coverage in Times of India and Economic Times, and all the top media. But it's not possible all the time. So you have to have those abilities. You have to have that experience to kind of convince your clients that, you see, this is not possible, this can happen and this can't happen. You have to be very straightforward at times, because if you build up false expectations, then it may lead to certain gaps, and we don't want that happening. We have to have a very good rapport with our stakeholders, clients, and the media, of course. So these are a few challenges which we face on a regular basis, but we somehow try to overcome them. And after so many years of experience, it's now I am fine with these challenges, and I don't see them as huge roadblocks.
That's really interesting to know. Humility is one
Yeah,
quality of every PR professional, and
right.
that takes time.
Yes,
Even humility, even to acquire humility as a
yeah,
interpersonal skill, we all
right.
have to put in a lot of effort. No?
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Gauri, you did mention about the digital era and how
Right.
every PR professional today has to amp up their digital skills to
Right.
stay relevant in the market today,
Right.
right? But in general, PR is more of a offline marketing initiative, right?
Right.
So in that case, how is the digital era shaping up the pre-digital PR scenario, in your opinion?
So, as we can see with the pandemic, there have been a lot of changes. Digital has certainly boomed in every field, in every profession. And now we just don't have the traditional formats. We have digital formats. So many websites, so many influencers, so many people all across social media, everywhere. Even the media is there on the social media platforms. So now with the changing landscape, the focus is more on digital, of course. Like traditional media still has its own value, and people still want to hold that paper in their hand and see the print coverage. That is still there. But with the evolving formats, digital formats, clients have also understood that this is the new thing, and this is how they need to move forward. If they just stick to only traditional formats, it is not going to give them the right sort of mileage and the visibility that they are looking for. So they have to move from traditional formats to the digital format. There is no choice. So they are slowly accepting that. And digitally, we have so many options, like so many webinars keep happening. So your clients can participate in those webinars. Then all the media is on social media, so Instagram and stuff like that. So it has really boomed a lot in the last 1 year. So you have to upgrade yourself. You have to know what is influencer marketing, how you position your client in the social media, digital media, and how influencer engagement has also gone up. People reach out to the influencers and to get the correct sort of visibility for their clients, the right visibility. So things have been changing, and it's good to learn new things. If we keep sticking to the old things, we will never evolve as human beings. And change is the only constant, as we know. So, yeah, so we have to continuously upgrade ourselves, learn new skills. Upskilling is very important in the digital era. And if you are digitally challenged, then of course you can't do certain things and you won't be able to fulfill your clients' expectations. So, this is very interesting and challenging at the same time, and yet it provides you with a lot of with a lot many more opportunities than what were there previously before the digital era. Now you have so many more opportunities, and you can utilize them to the fullest.
That's interesting to know. But Gauri, given the scenario, I have seen that PR has once been the most booming industry, right? Along with media, PR has been the most booming industry in 90s and 2000s, and then later this digital comes up, right? And which means a lot of other professionals like you with more experience have to cope up with this scenario. But many people haven't accepted digital as a medium to grow, right? So, in your opinion, what should they do to immediately cope up to this scenario to stay afloat in the industry,
Right.
to stay relevant in the
So
industry?
if they don't adapt to the new evolving digital world, then they will be left behind. And there is no other, scope, other way to, move forward. Because only when you upgrade yourself, you are moving ahead with the times, then only you can survive in the industry. And especially communications industry, it's ever changing, it's ever evolving. Gone are the days when we used to go on media rounds with press releases that, so please publish our press release in your publication, please take this for your next edition. So those days are gone now. We are way past that era. So we have to upgrade ourselves. We have to accept that this is how it is going to be, and this is what the future is all about. And 5 years down the line, it will it would have changed even drastically. Even things which are happening today might not be relevant after 5 years. There would be something else. So this upgradation is a constant thing. It's a constant process. and you have to accept that you just can't be left behind. If you want your brand to be seen and to be heard, then you have to upgrade yourself. You have to accept the change which is there, and it is only for the better. That digital has not ruined anything, it has only made things better. There are many more opportunities, so it hasn't made any bad impact on the industry as such. It has only helped the clients and the companies and the brands to grow and evolve. And so I think everyone should accept that change.
That's absolutely right. Because, change, we as human beings, we have to evolve from time
Right.
to time. So we cannot be beating around the bush every time, right? So, Gauri, 14 years in PR and handling some of the leading brands, some clients in various industries. So, I'm sure you have a big plan ahead too, and you're not going to stop here, right? So, would you like to tell us what is your roadmap?
So, see, after 14 years of working with various PR agencies across Delhi NCR, and having worked on so many clients, diverse verticals, now I thought this was the time for me to become independent, and because independence, professional independence, gives you a lot of freedom to think creatively, and you can do things which you want to do, but you can't do in an organizational setup. You have to stick to the norms of the organization, you just can't go beyond that. And so it gives you a lot of creative freedom. So that's the reason I thought that now it's high time for me to become independent, and start my own journey. So this is just the initial phase of my journey, which I've just started 2 months back. And I'm working on a lot of projects, and I'm working with a lot of interesting clients. So, which is very important for my own growth as a professional and as well as an individual. Because unless and until you do something independently, you can't be truly, you can't grow. So that is very important. And so I, for the next few years, my roadmap would be, I can't say that, some nothing specific as such I can say at this point of time. It's very, very early for me to talk about those things. But yeah, I mean, I want to have my independent setup, and yeah, I would like to, grow and evolve, and yeah, so that is the kind of roadmap, but it's too early to talk about it. So now I'm being happy. I'm happy being a professional, independent PR professional, and let's see how things unfold in future.
That's really interesting. First you have to think that you'll be independent, and then eventually you'll have a firm of your own, and then you'll move ahead.
Right.
It all starts that way, and I'm sure you would have a brighter career than what you have now, and you would be the most sought after media professional in the
I
years
hope
ahead.
so. Thank you.
So all the best for all your future endeavors, Gauri. To catch you.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you.